Hey Spice fam, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Christmas with Spice Island cooking. I really do hope that you would have enjoyed the video so far. Don't forget to comment, let us know what you think. In today's video, I will be showing you how to make a cinnamon nutmeg donut bread. Very simple, very easy, and it's actually delicious, and you can use it for one of your specialty bread for Christmas or special holidays. So without further ado, let's get into today's video. These are some of the ingredients we will be using for our donut or cinnamon nutmeg donut bread. So here I have some oil, some margarine, I have here some cinnamon, nutmeg, baking powder, flour, I have here my eggs, vanilla extract or vanilla essence, sugar, I have here some molasses that we need, and also I am using some buttermilk, which I actually forgot to show you guys. So these are some of the ingredients we will be using. Let's move on. To my flour, I am just going to go in with the spices I mentioned, as well as the baking powder. Also, if you're using unsalted butter, then you can add in about half teaspoon of salt. If you are using salted butter or margarine, then you don't need to add salt. It already has salt that will basically flavor the bread. So moving back to our buttermilk, I did not show it earlier because I wanted to show you how I make my buttermilk substitute. So here I have some milk, and in this case I'm using a half cup of milk, and I'm just going to add in half tablespoon of vinegar, white vinegar that is, and I am going to whisk it quickly, leave it on its comfort for about 10 minutes, and you've got buttermilk. So next I'm moving on to creaming my oil, my fats and sugar. So here I put in the oil, the sugar and the butter, and I'm just going to cream this until it's nice and light. Comment below, let me know if you ever made cinnamon nutmeg donut before. So this is what it looks like. It's all nice, light, and as you can see in color, and also very creamy. We're going to move on to adding in our eggs, and this is really a nice addition to your Christmas menu. Like for breakfast, you want to have a slice of that thing on the side, or you can use for a quick snack. So once we add in the egg and the vanilla, we are going to whisk it until it's nice and creamy, well combined as well, as you can see here. So what I am going to do is to take my spatula and simply scrape down the bowl just to make sure that everything is well incorporated together before moving on to the next step. So next I'm going to add in my dry ingredients to the butter or the fat mixture, and then we are going to fold that in gently. Now you can use the hand mixer, because I did use a hand mixer in this case. You can use your mixer to basically fold in or to mix in the dry ingredients, but I try not to over mix my batter. I did add in the buttermilk, and then I'm just going to continue to fold that in until it's well combined. So this is what it looks like. It's done nice and creamy. What you're going to do next is to just take some of that batter to make the cinnamon portion of it. So here I'm just scooping out a few tablespoons well, and I will leave a link in the description box below with the correct measurements and everything that I used, so that you can have a look at it. And then once I would have done that, I add in some more cinnamon, and as well as some of the molasses. And the trick to ensure that your molasses don't stick to your measuring cup or spoon is to add a little bit of oil, so it comes up really easy. Once I would have added that in, I'm just going to mix it really well until everything is combined. And this is what our mixture is looking like. So I'm going to set that aside and move on. Here I have my lightly greased loaf pan, and I'm just going to add half of the batter in and just simply spread it across the bottom of the pan, just to make sure that it's evenly distributed. And next I'm going to spoon in some of that cinnamon molasses mixture that I made earlier, and we're going to reserve the rest for on top of the loaf or the bread. So once I've added that, I'm going back in with the other half of the batter, and I'm just going to spread it all across the um, cinnamon mixture. And next I'm going in back with the rest of the mixture. I'm gonna put it all over. And next I'm going to take my knife and just swirl it around like that, as you can see here, so it gives you that nice effect. Now I didn't go very deep with mine, if you would notice later on in the video, but I did go in deep enough so that you can see that some pieces of the cinnamon mixture in between the bread. So I did give it a gentle tap, and then I'm placing it, sorry, into my preheated oven at 350 degrees for roughly 50 to 55 minutes, depending on your oven. Once it was done, this is what it looks like. What we're going to do is allow it to cool about 10 minutes in the pan, and then move on to the cinnamon mixture for placing it around and over the bread. So here I'm spooning in some white, sorry, and some regular white sugar, brown sugar, sorry, what am I saying? Then I went in with some cinnamon, and then I'm just going to mix it in really well and set that aside. Here I have some melted butter, and as I said, I will leave a link in the description box with all of the ingredients and everything I did. So this is our bread. It's still very warm. I did remove it from the pan, and next we're going to take it and then place the sides gently, carefully, because the bread is really soft and moist, and ensure that each corner of the bread is well coated in that butter mixture. So once that is happening, just put that into the cinnamon sugar mixture and ensure that each sides of the bread is well coated with that mixture, so, which is what I'm doing, and I'm being extremely careful. As I said, it's very light and it's very moist, so you don't want it to break or anything. So this is what I am doing now. So this is what it looks like. And don't mind the wet patches, y'all. There were a little bit of butter remaining, and I just simply pour it over the top and then just add in some of the cinnamon sugar mixture. So this is what it looks like after I would have done that. Now I did not use a whole lot of sugar and a whole lot of butter and so forth, but if you want, you can use a little bit more if you want more of the coating on top. All right, so this is what it looks like. Now what I'm going to do is just cut through it, and then so you can see what it looks like on the inside. So this is what our cinnamon nutmeg donut bread looks like, guys. It is really soft and delicious. I'm telling you, you have to try this recipe. Please don't sit on it. So you can see some of the swirl going on there. Another thing I would like to point out is that if you want it to be a bit bigger in terms of the height, then you use a smaller pan. All right, so this is the final plating, and of course, cocoa tea, y'all. Cocoa tea. So you can have that with some cocoa tea or some coffee. And as I said, it's a perfect addition to your Christmas menu. Thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to your comments. See you in our next video. Bye.